Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me? Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
My name is Jessica Staten, and I am glad that you all came here tonight to celebrate the 5-year anniversary of Safe Families for Children. I'm going to tell you about my journey with Safe Families. I'm kind of nervous, so be patient with me. I am the mother of 4 boys, Marquise, Daniel, Jeremiah, and Jared, and I love them dearly. I am currently 25 years old, but let's go back. My journey with Safe Families began when I was 22 years old. I was in a shelter then. I had 3 boys that went into the shelter with me. At the time, Marquise was 3, Daniel was 2, and Jeremiah was 6 months. When I was first put into the shelter, I was known as a person who always laughed, smiled, always singing, and just never had a frown. Like there was nothing wrong with me, as though I wasn't homeless. But that was only on the outside. In the inside, I was stressed, I was emotional, I was feeling sorry for myself, and I really didn't know what was my next step. I was so stressed out that one day, I just shut everyone out, and I took my kids. Left the shelter and didn't come back. I really didn't know where I was going to go. I just went to someone's house that I knew that I really didn't want to be around, to be honest, because they weren't positive. And Jessie, not Jessie, but Miss Lisa from Family Promise, she called. Some of the others called. I wouldn't answer the phone at first because that's how down I was. So then I finally decided to just go ahead and pick up one day, and I told her I was coming back. So when I got back to the shelter the next day, I walked through those doors, and Miss Lisa and her coworkers, they all seen that I wasn't smiling, I wasn't singing like I always was, I was not happy. And it was because I had no money, no child care to look for a job. I had no home. And then I had family who said they would help, but really didn't step to the plate to help me. Not even my mother. So she talked to me about Safe Family for Children, and I'm like, oh goodness, am I gonna have to give my children away? So in my head, I'm like, these people are trying to take my children. I don't want them taken away from me. I love them, but not that much. So she said, how about I have Miss Jessie from Safe Family for Children come speak with you? I said, okay. She said, do you want to talk it out with your family first? I said, no, just have her come, I'll speak with her. So Miss Jessie met up with me, and she told me about it. And she said, well, do you want to talk to your mom about it? I said, no, I think I want to make this decision on my own. I knew that if I would have talked to anyone in my family about it, they would not have been happy. They would have talked me out of it, but yet they wouldn't have still shown support. So I went ahead and signed those papers. And from then on, I met 2 wonderful families named Katie and Adam, and also Kaylee and Tim. my children stayed with them for 6 months. And in the midst of that 6 months, I got a job that I quit because I didn't like it. And then I started going back to my old ways and became depressed because neither one of my children were with me. And I could not focus because of that. So one of my children at the time was with his godmom's grandmother. So I called her and I said, "Can Marquise come with me?" She said, "Sure." I said, I feel so down. I feel like I just gotta at least have one of them with me. Because if I don't, I'm gonna go down. And so Marquise came with me. It motivated me a little bit, but I was still down because I was away from my children. But yet, I still wasn't where I needed to be in order to care for them. And I definitely didn't want it to get to the point where I had to get them taken away. From then on, one of the families, Kaylee and Tim, they motivated me, showed support, so did Katie and Adam. And I ended up getting another job. The boys ended up coming home. But then Kaylee and Tim helped me get a job through their church doing child care because I thought that was something that I wanted to do. But really, I wanted to do it just so I could be around my children. In the midst of that moment, I ended up moving in with Kaylee and Tim. But they helped me in many ways. And they motivated me. Katie, they called me, made sure I was all right. They showed a lot of support that I never got from my family that I've always yearned for. Before I met these families, I didn't dream big at all. I never thought I would get past the factory job. I never thought I would ever be a CNA that I am today, or anything. But to this day, these families motivate me more and more. And I'm just so grateful for Safe Families for Children. I'm grateful. And I thank God for all of you. I thank God. I just can't thank him enough.
Hi, my name is Mary Velding, and about a year and a half ago, I heard the message about coming involved with Safe Families on the radio. I was in my car, and there was a message that came on. And then after I heard that message, I went home and did some research about the program. After watching a video about a homeless family in Chicago who had used Safe Families to get back on their feet, I was hooked and knew that this would be a great fit for our family. We were so excited about having the opportunity to make a difference right here in Grand Rapids. Safe Families was an opportunity that our entire family, my husband Dave, daughters Abby and Kate, could do together. I teach 3rd grade in Jenison. Just before the last week of school, Jessie from Safe Families called with a referral. Our family was so excited and the timing was perfect. We met Jessica and then had her son Jeremiah for the next 2 weeks. We all fell in love with this little guy. When we got the call that Jessica's state-approved daycare had come through, we were so happy for her, but sad for us because we knew that we were going to miss Jeremiah. We continued our relationship with Jessica, Jeremiah, and her youngest son, Jared. We would give Jessica respite when she needed a break. We got together for family dinners, trips to the zoo, and assisted with daycare while Jessica worked to graduate from the Job Corps and obtain her CNA. Things were going well for Jessica since I had met her in June. She graduated and now had a full-time job working as a certified nurse assistant at Raybrook Manor. It wouldn't be easy for any woman to be a single mother with no transportation and 2 young boys working full-time, but Jessica, she was doing it. The part that truly amazed me is how she would get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, trudge to the bus stop with the boys in the snow, drop them off at daycare, get back on the bus, and then go to work. She does that every single day. Fast forward to February of this year. I got a call from Jessica early one morning saying that she and the boys were homeless again. Her mom had kicked her out of the house. We called Jessie from Safe Families right away to get Jessica in touch with resources. I was amazed at Jessica's willingness to go back into the shelter with her boys. Our family did not want to see this happen. My daughters were mad. They did not want those boys in the shelter. But Jessica assured us that this was the first step to her making it on her own. Then I got the call. The shelter wouldn't take her. What? I hadn't even realized that this was a possibility. Shelters can turn down a young mother and her children who have no place to live. They wouldn't take her because she had a full-time job. I couldn't believe it. Jessica was doing everything right. She finished school, she had secured a job, and now she was turned down. I was shocked, and we were completely mortified. Jessica and her boys ended up staying with us for a week. Jessica was still able to work, but during her time off work, Jessica was looking for a home. Place after place turned her down. It was so incredibly frustrating. It has been said that situations can be devastating and sometimes look hopeless. That was exactly what we were dealing with. And I think the correct response to that is this. We cannot let the fact that we cannot do everything keep us from doing something. And even though I could not solve all of Jessica's problems, even though I would love to, I could do something. I couldn't fix the system. I couldn't find a place for her to live, but I could give her hope. I could show up. And by being here tonight, that is exactly what you have done. Your support, you being here right now, you can't tell me that does not give Jessica so much hope. You have shown up. Our family could walk beside her while she was going through this difficult time. We were heartbroken and confused, but at least Jessica wasn't alone. Jessie from Safe Families came on the scene once again. She found a transition house for her to stay until she's ready for her own apartment. In my life, I have realized that it takes each other to raise our children well. I have relied on my mom and dad, my sisters, Dave's family, and numerous friends to help me with my girls. Each person has added their own unique touch to help my girls become what they are today. I am so very thankful that through Safe Families, Dave and I, Abby and Kate, we get to be a part of Jessica's community. As you can tell, Jessica's brave. She is kind. She is such a good mama, and she loves the Lord. But she needs us. Her son Jeremiah needs us. Her son Jared needs us. And Dave, Abby, Kate, and I, we need them. This quote from one of my favorite authors sums it all up. Let us never forget, we belong to each other, and there is no such thing as other people's children.